Chairman Connolly and Ranking Member Heiss for holding this hearing. From unnecessarily long wait times for receiving tax refunds to overtly targeting conservatives to inexcusably conducting illegal civil asset forfeiture, it's no secret that the IRS is woefully unpopular with the American people. Unfortunately, I know IRS schemes and abuse all too well. In 2013, I was personally targeted by the IRS for improperly depositing my legally earned and fully reported business income in the bank. They seized $940,000 from my gun store. I took the IRS to court and I got my money back, but it cost me $150,000 to do it. And I did not get that back. The IRS abuse was so egregious that I was asked to testify in February 2015 before the Oversight Subcommittee of House Ways and Means. And Commissioner Koskinen at the time personally apologized to me and the two other witnesses for the IRS abuse that we suffered. In fact, in 2019, the Clyde Hirsch-Sowers Respect Act, named after the three of us who testified against the IRS, was passed unanimously by both houses of Congress and signed into law by President Trump, July 1st of 2019, as part of the Taxpayer First Act. While my story serves as a stark example of IRS abuse for a law-abiding citizen, many Americans suffer from IRS negligence. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, many agencies sent employees home where no work was accomplished, demanding expanded backlogs, or dreadfully expanding backlogs. In fact, as of April 8, 2022, it was terrible. There were over 26 million items from tax years in 2020 and 2021 that still need to be processed. This backlog fiasco has only exacerbated wait times for individuals expecting tax refunds, and that's just inexcusable. This disadvantages many Americans that lack reliable internet access and financial resources to e-file. Keep in mind, this comes at a time when Joe Biden's inflation crisis has hit a 40-year high, when people truly need these refunds. During the Obama administration, the IRS shamefully targeted conservative groups, particularly the most conservative organizations that fearlessly opposed President Obama's agenda. The Republicans on this very committee investigated IRS abuse, and Democrats had called on the IRS to scrutinize Republicans' organizations. The IRS was being used as a political weapon, and that should never be allowed to happen. Yet these glaring examples serve only a part of the various reasons the public has lost trust in the IRS. In June 2021, ProPublica published an article that contained large swaths of illegally obtained private tax returns of wealthy Americans. The tax information covered more than 15 years of information. While it is a felony for a federal officer or employee to release this information, we are still waiting on a full investigation on the cause of the disclosures. And if it was an employee, an IRS employee that leaked this information, then these employees need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. If it can happen to the most wealthy of Americans, then it can also happen to small businesses and hardworking families. We know our tax code is riddled with credits, deductions, and loopholes and carve-outs for special interest groups, all at the expense of taxpayers across the income brackets. The American people deserve a sensible system of taxation, a fair system of taxation. Individual tax returns are an antiquated system filled with errors and vulnerability of identity theft. And I think we've heard a lot of that this morning already. Every member of Congress has examples from their constituents of IRS abuse or negligence, and we have heard plenty of them today already from both Democrats and Republicans on this committee. So I have the solution, and many of my colleagues agree. We need to completely eliminate the Internal Revenue Service as we know it and go to a fair tax, a completely fair tax. HR 25, the Fair Tax Act, is the solution. In fact, in 2023, when the Republicans take over the majority of the House, I believe it should be made HR top 5, one of the top 5 priorities of the House. This legislation would abolish the Internal Revenue Service and establish a fair tax system that places a one-time inclusive federal sales tax on the new goods and services at the point of sale. I believe that our current tax system is extremely outdated, complicated, and fully unsustainable. And we have heard issue after issue after issue today to back that statement up. Simply put, it's time we reform the system and eliminate the IRS once and for all. But in the meantime, Commissioner, I will certainly take you up on your offer of your cell phone number so we can deal with the IRS issues that Georgia's 9th Congressional District have, and there are a lot of them. So, sir, I would welcome that from you, and I yield back.
I thank the gentleman.